Hello and welcome to today's online seminar. Hello Jitender, hello Suraj, Abhijit, Shreyas, Harsha. How are you guys? Alekhya, Venkateshwaran, Vatsal, Tejasvi. What's going on guys? How was your weekend? Venkateshwaran says superb. I'm fine, thank you Venkateshwaran. Suraj says exams. Sujit says superb. Alright guys, I see already a lot of questions coming in from you guys. So we'll start the seminar soon and we'll answer all your questions during the course of the seminar. Okay. So before we start, let me ask you guys, where are you attending the seminar from? Had fun with my friends, says Sri Karthik. Suraj from Chennai. Sujit from Hyderabad. Sri Krishna from Vizag. Sri Karthik from Bangalore. Mumbai, Pune, Vizag, Chennai, Delhi, Tirupati, Chhattisgarh, Surat, Ahmedabad. Alright, we've got students from all over India today. Welcome to all of you. So guys, what are you expecting from today's online seminar? What are you expecting from today's online seminar, guys? Answers to a few queries, Shreyas says. Preparation in a very short time, says Hiral. Trick to crack GRE in 1 month. Ideal schedule for preparation. I can plan out my preparation and finally take a date for GRE, says Garima. Main how to start, says Mandeep. Okay, so guys, all these questions, all of your questions will be answered in today's online seminar. Since you've already told us your expectations, your questions will be answered during the course of the seminar. Okay, so guys, how many of you would like to invite your friends to the online seminar as well? Great, Mandeep wants to. Alekhya wants. Okay. Most of you would like that. Okay, so guys, I've sent you a link of GREedge Facebook page, official Facebook page. Okay, we have just uploaded the latest post that says I am attending, join me. Okay, you'll see as soon as you click on the link, go to that page, you'll see the link, you'll see the post on top of the page. Okay, you can share it with your friends, you can tag your friends on the picture, you can ask them to register there and come to the online seminar. Okay, any of your friends or colleagues or anyone who wants to join the seminar, you can send them the link. Okay, they can come here, register there and come here and join the seminar as well. Okay, so guys, without much ado, let's start today's online seminar. We have a very special guest today, senior GRE expert, Mr. Karthikeyan. Karthikeyan has been helping students over last few years He has talked to thousands of students, understood their problems, and given them researched and given the solutions for their GRE preparation problems. Okay, today he is going to talk to you and give you some tips for your GRE preparation as well. So I'll call Mr. Karthikeyan. He'll continue the seminar from here on. Hello, Karthikeyan. How are you?
Thanks for the wonderful introduction, Mani. So, hi everyone, how are you? Garima says good. Shreya says fine. Akshat says fine. Harsha good. Fine. Okay, I feel good. Preetham. Siddharth says good. Okay, fine says Hiral. Great says Neeraj. Hi, we are good. How are you? Thank you, Venkatesh. I'm good. Fine says Saki. Okay. So shall we start this wonderful webinar? So one rule is there in this webinar. So I can't hear you. So you please post all your doubts in the chat box. Let's make it interactive. Shall we? Okay. Yes. Of course, says Shankar. Okay. Fine. So I want to ask you one question before starting the seminar. Tell me one thing. How many of you guys are going to write your GRE in 1 month? Okay. So Vatsal says me, Tejaswini, Harsha, Srikanth, Siddharth, Venkateshwaran. So a lot of people are going to write your GRE in 1 month. Okay. I booked my GRE on 2nd Jan, Akshat. Okay. Sheetal, Sri Krishna. Okay. So we have a poll. Okay. You please do answer that poll. There'll be a poll question will be coming to your screen. Did you got it? Submitted, says Suraj. Superb. Courtney says within 2 months. Okay. Shankar says me too. Okay. Nitin says 2 months. Sai submitted. Very good. Okay. Shreyas is also having in 2 months. Okay. Less than a month. Pritam. Okay. So have you guys answered the poll? Okay, that's great. So all of you answered. Akshat, Hiral, Srikant, Badam, Vatsal, Rahul, Sri Krishna. Great. So one more poll will be there on admissions. Okay, be ready to answer that too. So it makes us understand. It helps us to understand the level of preparations you are in and what help you require also. So please do answer that poll question too. When is the last day to take up the exam? There is no particular date, Shreyas. If you are going for your fall admissions, please take your GRE as soon as possible. GRE exam can be written on any day except Saturdays, Sundays, on public holidays. You just need to book your GRE date. Tejasvi did it. Okay. Courtney submitted. Preetham says done. Okay. Nitin Sharma, for spring 2014, what is the last date we can give GRE test? For spring 2014, you can't go for spring 2014. I'm sorry, Nitin. You can get into the fall admissions. Hiral, after the exam, immediately scores will be displayed in your screen. We'll get the official report after 2 weeks. Okay, let's without wasting any time, shall we start the start this seminar? Okay. So when you think of your GRE, what immediately strikes in your mind? Can you guys tell me? Future, words. Life says Tejasvi, abroad says Shreyas, 320 plus Aditya. That's good. My dream, US. Hiral says USA, words, score and preparations. It's all about quants and verbal. Exams to enter US says Suraj, 310 Preetham. High level of competition, Mandeep. Okay, abroad. Ticket for the future. Okay, vocabulary says Soumya. 320 plus says Nitin. Practice smart Aishwarya. First step Shankar. Time is running out Shreyas. MS in US. Okay, freaking verbal. Okay, problems. Oh, Money says problems. That's good. That's exactly right, Money. When each and every student thinks about GRE exam, problem, that's the one that comes to each and every student's mind. Am I right? So we are going to discuss various problems which students are facing in their preparations. Currently, most commonly faced problems in each and every section. Okay, so after, and also not only the problems we are going to discuss, and also we are going to discuss how to overcome such problems. Okay, so mostly we have understood these problems after training some 14,000 students and getting feedbacks from each and every student, analyzing what are the most common problems that they are facing in their preparations. So we understood, we have came up with certain common problems that students are facing in their preparations that I'm going to share with you. You can also share all the problems which you are facing in your preparations now. So first one, what are all the problems? What problems are you facing in your GRE quant section? Can you guys tell me what problems you are facing in your quant section? Time duration says Hiral. Time constraint Preetham. Haven't started yet Garima. Tricky questions, time, problems will be big, solutions will so small to guess. More time, probability, data interpretation. Gurvinder says unable to achieve high score, geometry. I had 155 last time, Abhijit. Okay, data interpretations, Venu. Tricky questions. Okay, mostly you guys are facing a lot of time management problem, it seems. Lack of smartness. Karan says easy. Okay, so yeah, I think you are from mathematical background. How many of you guys are from mathematical background here? Shankar, Hiral, Courtney, Hussain, Sai Alikya, Karnati, Siddharth, Tejasvi, Nitin, Soumya, Aishwarya, Shreyas, Akshat, Arpit, Venu, Sheetal, Suraj. Okay, so a lot of guys are from mathematical background, but are you guys are confident of reaching 170 out of 170? Courtney says no, Preetham says no, Hussain no, Nitin no, doubtful says Sri Krishna, not pretty sure, Shankar, Karan, Aditya, Bhuvaneshwar says no, maybe says Vatsal, 168 plus says Imadeep. Yes, but need consistent practice. Exactly right, Aishwarya. Needs consistent practice in your preparations. Maybe by GREedge, Badam. It's It's a tough task, says Tejasvi. And a bit luck, says Sankar. Okay, so since you are from mathematical background, why you guys are not confident of reaching 170 out of 170? What is stopping you to reach 170 out of 170? Pressure, says Shankar. Worried due to tension, time management, tricky questions, and less time. Concepts, silly mistakes, confusion. Hi Pooja, it's not too late, it's just started. Silly mistakes, lack of practice, time management, tricky questions with difficult logic, says Gurvinder. Okay, each test has a different pattern. Time constraint, says Soumya. Okay, each and everyone has their own problems and reasons to because you're not confident of reaching 170 out of 170. Okay, let me share the most common problems which students face in their quant section. I find it difficult to convert informations given in a worded numeric problems into appropriate equations. So this is one of the most common problems which students face. So mostly the students will be able to understand what it is given, what the question is, but they are not be able to convert it into equations. And second problem, I find it difficult to interpret data interpretation graphs. It's difficult for me to visualize problems in geometry and get the correct answer. So do you guys have certain the same kind of problems? Navriti says yes. Srikant, yes. Krishnakant says, Karan says pretty much, mostly psych. Okay. Some of them say Shankar. 7th is big time for what, sir? Okay. 1 and 7 for Srikant. Sri Krishna says no. Okay. Good. So let me read out the problems which are there in quant section. So it's difficult for me to visualize problems in geometry and get the correct answer. This is because of we will not be able to develop our visualization skills. That's the reason we are not able to get the right answers in geometry. I'm not able to answer questions in time, as most of you guys said. Time management is the problem, and I make silly mistakes in calculations. I find difficulty in answering numerical entry questions. I'm not confident in probability, permutation, and combinations. And I find it in answering numerical entry questions. Numerical entry questions, when it comes to numerical entry questions, you have to give accurate answers. You'll not be having choices to choose the approximate answer. You have to give it accurately. So that's the reason a lot of students are not able to answer them correctly. So which one do you think the most serious problem you have in your preparations out of 7? 5 says Shankar. Karan says 4. Okay. 7th one, Courtney. 1 says Sailekia. Chaganti says 4th. Vatsal says 7th. First one, Narendra. Number 7 says Hussain. Sri Krishna 7. Navriti 3. Harsha says 7. 147 says Badam. Okay, Neeraj says 7. 3, 5, 6, 7 says Tejasvi. Rohit Arun says 5. Soumya says 7. Okay, 3, 2, 7 is the most common problem it seems for you. Okay. Is there any sufficient syllabus? After practicing, we will be satisfied that we completed the syllabus. Garima. Navriti says 2. Okay, Sheetal says 2. Okay, so let me discuss some solutions which you can do to avoid these problems. Okay, so first one, find out the ideal time to be spent on various question types. That'll be because in 35 minutes you have to complete 20 questions. You have to find out how much time you need to spend on each and every type of question. Okay, then understand when to skip questions when you find it difficult. So each and everyone will have certain problems in certain topics. So you'll find it difficult, you'll find it time consuming also. So it depends upon your weaker areas. You can select those topics. You should know those topics can be answered later. So you'll not be spending a lot of time in these questions. Okay. So have a target time to solve questions. Target time in the sense you should have a target time for each question. So for example, if there are 20 questions, in 35 minutes you have to take just less than 2 minutes for a question. So at the end you should have time to revise all those questions also, whether you have answered it right or not. And practice a wider variety of questions to develop visualization. Not practice only those topics which you are finding which you are finding it easy or which are strong enough. You practice all varieties of questions even if you are not good at it, so that you can develop skills in that. And practice questions which are longer than usual GRE questions, so that actual GRE questions seem to be shorter. So mostly practice all difficult questions comparing to GRE, so that you'll find it easy when it comes to when you answer questions in GRE. To solve long worded problems, it comes to worded problems into equations, converting worded questions into equations. To solve long worded problems, first of all break it into small phrases and convert each phrase into an equation. Okay, so Karan, like your fifth point. Okay, that's great to hear, Karan. So are you guys do you have any solutions for these problems? Are you following any kind of solutions like this to avoid the problems which you are facing in your preparations? Shankar, second one. Okay. Okay, Tejasvi is following fourth and fifth. Okay. Karan says 1 to 4. Courtney, fifth one. I do follow 2, Navriti. Okay. More or less all, Uzain. That's great. 3, Navriti. 3, fourth one. 1 to 4, Sai Krishna. 4, Krishnakant. 1 to 6, Preetham. Rohit, 1 to 4. Except fifth, Vatsal. 5 says Krishnakant. Yes, 3 and 5, Garima. 1 to 4, Vasu. 4, Krishna Raviteja. However tough be the question, allot only the required time for it. That's great, Aishwarya. 135 Shrikant. Except 6 Shreyas. I did sum of questions 1 to 4 causes main problems. Pooja Singh. Okay, 3 Navriti. Okay guys, so let me discuss the other problems which students commonly face in other sections. So there comes your favorite part, I guess. How many of you like text completion and sentence equivalent section in verbal? Courtney, like it. Shreyas, like it. Preetham. Tejasvi, no. Okay. Shrikant. Shreyas, no. Not me. Okay. Hate it, Vatsal. Okay. I love this part. Pooja, that's great. I do like SC. Okay. Not me. I like it. No. Difficult to answer. Simadeep. I like it because it is some way better than RC. Aishwarya. Okay. Rohit Arun. No. Shrikant. Okay. Yes, only when I know the meanings. Okay, Garima. I don't like it, Chandana. Okay, so we are getting some mixed answers. Most of them are, some people are used to like this section and some people find it difficult. Very tricky, Soumya. Word list, okay. Okay, I mean me. Okay, sorry Shreyas. Find it difficult, Sheetal. Okay, so can you guys share me all the problems which you are facing in text completion and sentence equivalence? Rahul, meanings. Peak vocab, Vatsal. Proper meaning. Do not remember word. Depends on the difficulty. Do remember Sri Karthik, that difficulty level in verbal sections will be very high. Meanings, vocabulary, how to master vocab, how to solve comprehensions. Definitely I'll tell you, Abhijit. Carla says weak in words, sentence structure, logical. Okay, eliminating the options, GRE words, depends upon the difficulty of vocab. How much vocab? Somewhere we end up missing many words. Okay, many of you guys are facing problems in words. Okay, let me share the most common problems which students face in text completion and sentence equivalence. Aditya, there are actually 3500 words to be memorized. At least you should end up learning the 1500 words. It depends upon your target score too, Aditya. Definitely, Shri Karthik, I'm here to help you out, don't worry. So let me share the problems which students face commonly in their preparations, especially in text completion and sentence equivalence. Okay. The first problem, I have difficulty in remembering words. So obviously, a lot of you guys said words is the problem for you, as most common problem students face is difficulty in remembering words. I miss text completion and sentence equivalence questions because I do not know the meaning of the words used. Some of the choices are very close. I do not know how to choose the best answer. I do not know how to identify clues in a given text completion and sentence equivalence questions. The sentences in text completion questions are very lengthy and complex. I do not understand them. So guys, how many of you guys are facing the same kind of problems? 1, 2, 3 says Vasu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Abhishek. 2, 4 Chandana. 1, 2, 3, 5 Tejasvi. First one Shrikant. All 5 Shrikant. 1, 2 Saddam. All Rahul. Need to be correct. All 2 to 3 blanks. Okay. I'm facing 1 and 2 Navriti. 4, 5 Aishwarya. Krishna Ravi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yes. Mostly the first one is the most common problems you are facing in your preparations, it seems. Don't worry. I'll tell you how to do that. How to avoid these problems also. Let me share the solutions that or techniques that you can follow to avoid all these problems. First one, first of all, I would like to know how you guys are learning the words. Mnemonics says Shankar. Using pictures, Tejasvi. That's great. Do these 3500 words are the most common words to be used? Yes, Shreyas. Flashcards, mnemonics, theme-based. By rigorously practicing usage in sentence, story, roots, newspapers, flashcards. Done, says Vatsal. Okay, Vatsal, I've completed everything, it seems. Flashcards, Ankit. An app on my cell, says Garima. Mugging up, Simadeep. Just to read them again and again, Pooja. Just remembering, says Chandana. Flashcards, using pictures, audios, practice. Okay, so this you can use, as many of you guys said, you can use pictures to learn each and every word. That helps you to remember them easily. Okay, and also you can use theme-based word lists, and also using roots you can learn. Not only learning these words using these techniques is important, you need to practice them either in your daily life or in any sentences. Because learning antonyms and synonyms alone will not help you in GRE. In GRE you need to actually use them in sentences. So you need to know how to use them. Frame a sentence for each and every word you learn so that you'll know how to use them also. Okay, use high frequency word list. Don't concentrate on 3500 words in this last 1 month you have. So better you can concentrate on high frequency words. That helps you scoring much better scores in your GRE. Develop skills to predict answers by understanding the sentence. And when choices are very close, pay greater attention to questions and eliminate distractors. Okay, so as you guys said, a lot of you guys said when options are close, I'll not be able to answer correctly. So pay greater attention to the question and find out there'll be certain options which will be as close as the right answer. Eliminate those distractors. And the next one, break lengthy and complex sentences into smaller and meaningful idea units. Okay, so that you will not find it difficult to understand that particular sentence. Find some ways to break sentences and understand them understand their meaning comfortably. Where we can get high frequency words, we will provide you, Tejasvi, don't worry. What does that mean, eliminate distractors? Yashwant, as I said before, there will be options which are as close as to the right answer. So you need to find out what are all those options and you need to eliminate them by understanding the context of a sentence. So how many of you guys are following such techniques in your preparations? I'll tell you, Soumya, how you can find relevant pictures in your for each and every word. Yes, they are available, Karan. I'll tell you how, where they are available. Sri Karthik says he is using such techniques, it seems. Sai Krishna also using such techniques in his preparations. High frequency word list. Chandana definitely will provide you, don't worry. Explain with some examples, please. I can't show you the examples right away. You can find it in www.greedge.com. Even I'll provide you a link where you can find such words with pictures. It's my pleasure, Srikant. How many words, how many minimum words to be done for 330 plus? Pooja, you can find that link. You just log on to www.greedge.com. After this, you can find the words there once you have a trial, once you register for a trial. You'll have a trial period there, you can see the word list. Would be very helpful if you can share the link for high frequency words and pictures for words. That's what Aishwarya, you can find that link in GREedge.com. Okay, so let me discuss the other problems also in various sections of GRE. So reading comprehension. So how many of you guys are comfortable with reading comprehensions? What else is no? Shreyas, you are not good at, you are good or you're not good, Shreyas? Sri Karthik says no, comfortable. Tejasvi, good. Shreyas, neutral. Karan, comfortable with short passages. Not good, Shreyas, except for the lengthy ones. No, Shankar, I'm not comfortable at all. Not good. Better, says Ashwant. Comfortable, Soumya. Harsha says no. Not good, Vinod. I tried my best, but don't get the successful results. Don't worry, Pooja. You'll find the techniques which you can use only with short ones. Garima, can you please say shortcut for it? Definitely, I'll tell you, Shujit. Don't worry. Not comfortable in this section, Hemraj. It take too much time. Okay, so most of you guys are not comfortable in reading comprehension, it seems. So let me share the problems which most students are facing in reading comprehensions. Before that, I want to know what are all the problems you are facing in this reading comprehension section. Can you guys share with me? Long time to read the passage. Too lengthy. Time is less. Paragraph will be long, says Tejasvi. Vocabulary. Taking long time. Critical reasoning part, says Sri Krishna. Lengthy passages. The time in reading comprehension. Reading comprehension. Okay. Lengthy and boring passages. It takes long time. Any tips on improving reading speed? Definitely I'll let you know. Don't worry, Deepak. Lost in the middle. Analyzing. Questions like what if, says Vatsal. Long time, Hemraj. To pay attention on the whole boring passage properly. Time consuming, says Karan. Time management, says Rohit. Difficult to understand, says Sai Krishna. Needs time, patience as well. Okay, so let me share the most common problems that students face in reading comprehension section. I am unable to understand reading comprehension passage. I am unable to understand reading comprehension passages from a few topics like history, literature, sociology. For example, how many of you guys read newspapers here? Sailekya daily. I do, Garima. Sri Karthik says me. Shreyas, Navriti Hindu. Okay, daily. So most of you guys read newspapers here. Sometimes, says Suzanne. Okay, so when you read newspapers, how many of you read each and every page in that newspaper? Shreyas, no. Not me, Yashwant. No, not every page. I try to read, but when I don't get the meaning of a word, I end up reading abruptly. Okay, says Aishwarya. Never. Getting lost. Not every page, not each page. Focus on editorial page. Just the interesting one. Some of interesting news or gossip, says Pooja. Okay, so you guys used to read news which you find it interesting, which are of your interested areas. So, but you can't expect that kind of topics in GRE. The topics will vary from that. You can't expect a particular type of topic. There'll be a variety of topics in GRE. So that's the reason most of you guys are not able to understand passages on specific topics. So try developing reading habits on all topics without even whether you are interested or not, so that it at least for a month till your GRE, that will help you to develop reading skills on all types of topics comes in GRE. The next problem which students face, I am able to understand passages but accuracy in answering is low. I am able to understand passages and answer questions correctly, but I am able to do them. I'm not able to do them fast enough. As you guys said, time management problem. I find long passages difficult to answer in a short time. These are the most common problems that students face. So guys, you can tell me which problem in this 5 is your problem which you are facing in your preparation. 5 says Sai Karthik, Sri Karthik, sorry. 2, 5 Vasu, second and third Vatsal, Aditya, options undermining. 2, 3 Karan, 5 says Shankar, 2, 3 Abhijit, 3 and 5 Rahul, 3 Uzain. Rohit says 2, 5. Neeraj says 4. Ramya says 5, 3, 4, 5. Venkateshwaran 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Garima. Ashita says 2. Neeraj says 5. Vinod says 4. Preetham 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Tejasvi. Deepak says 4. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hemraj. Shrikant says 1. Chandana says 5. Pooja says 2, 3, 4 and 5. All says Sri Krishna, Sai Krishna. Okay. So let me discuss these techniques which you can use to avoid these problems in your preparations, especially in reading comprehension. Lack of familiarity with topics can make certain topics difficult to read or understand. As I told you before, develop reading habits in all varieties of topics which you can, at least till your GRE, that will help you to understand or read all types of passages, and practice wider variety of topics. Don't concentrate only on topics which you are interested. Try practicing wider variety of topics, whether you are interested or not. To improve accuracy, pay greater attention to details in passages. Okay, so to improve your accuracy in answering, to just pay greater attention on important points which are given in the reading passages. Practice online and find out where you are spending additional time. So each and everyone will spend some additional time. If you guys are facing time management problem, some guys will spend a lot of time in answering questions. Some guys will spend a lot of time in reading the passages. So find out where you are spending a lot of time, and find practice online, and then you can understand where you are lagging behind, where you are spending too much time. So formulate a strategy to avoid such time management problems. Formulate a strategy to approach questions. Okay, so you need to formulate a strategy first of all. For example, you need to first of all read the questions, then you need to read the passages. If you just read a passage and then if you come to answer the questions, you may find it difficult, because if you read a question, sometimes you forget the points which you read in the passage, so you'll go back and read it again. So better you just read you read the questions first. Then if you read the passages, you can understand what are all the points you can skip. Okay, and then you can spend if you are doing in a way which you are finding it easy, or if you are finding it like, for example, if you are reading the passage first, you may end up losing a lot of time in reading it again and again. Okay, so if you read your questions first, you can understand what are all the points you can skip, and also you can save a lot of time. Then systematically practice questions from level 1 to level 5. So straight away you don't go for a question which is very difficult, which is too long. First understand in which level you are currently in. Start practicing from that level, and gradually improve your increase the level of questions, so that you can know what type of question you can answer well, and then also you can develop skills to answer the difficult questions also. Can you suggest some websites like news or magazines that will help passages wide variety of topics? Deepak, you can find Hindu, one of the best newspapers which you can find topics related to GRE lot of times. That is a good point, says Sri Karthik. Can you send me the link for practicing? Economist is also one of the important editorials you can use to practice reading comprehension. Good, Pooja used to read Hindu. Okay, so guys, I gave you certain solutions which you can help you to solve problems which we have discussed earlier. How many of you guys are already following such solutions, such techniques. It's good, Abhijit. New York Times you can use definitely. So it's one of the best newspapers you can use to find a lot of tough passages, and also it helps you to keep updated. Shrikant says me some of them. Says Shrikant, can you tell where to get study material? I'll tell you, Abhijit, where you can get the study material. Sai Karthik, most of them. Only newspaper, says Vasu. Some of them, says Chandana. Try to follow, but lack of interest is main problem. Try developing your interest, Pooja. That will help you to achieve a very good score in your GRE. Rohit says most of them. Rahul, you should have a proper guidance to understand the various level of difficulties, because you can't understand or else you should have a guide who can advise you, who can tell you what type of in which level you are currently in, and then you can start your preparations. I read novels but not newspapers, Tejasvi. Try developing habit of reading newspapers also, Tejasvi, because current affairs is one of the most important thing which you require in analytical writing section. It's my pleasure, Tejasvi. So let me discuss the other problems which are there in analytical writing section. So how many of you guys started preparing for analytical writing section? Garima, practice and preparations are not different. Whatever you learn, you should end up practicing it. Not yet, says Vasu. Sujit already started. Garima started. Not yet. Hussain starting. Shankar not yet. Aishwarya not me. Soumya. Abhishek 2-5. Sri Karthik not yet. Not yet. Sujit says not yet. Rohit says not yet. Vatsal. Yeah, Vatsal, I can't get your question. Can you repeat it, please? Keeping it last thing to prepare, says Karan. How to develop vocabulary within a month? I'll tell you, Vinay, don't worry how you can develop. Okay, not yet, says Hemraj. Ishwar Kumar says not yet. Yes, Deepak, the spell errors is also will affect your scores. Srikant says started. I'm facing big problem in analytical writing, says Sujit. Any good source for reading comprehension practice? I'll tell you, Vatsal, where you can practice. Okay, you can just log on to GREedge.com after this webinar. There you can find practice for reading comprehension. Just register for it. I guess you would have registered already. Just log into your account. You can find practice. Okay, so let me discuss the problems which students face in analytical writing section usually. What is expected from an argument task? Most of you, most of students or will not understand that what is exactly expected from an argument task or an issue task. So that's the reason most of the students are facing certain problems in analytical writing section. And also there are a lot of students confused getting confused between argument and issue. And the next problem is, what type of examples can I use? Obviously, when it comes to analytical writing section, we need to use examples to support our points. So we don't know what type of examples we can use, and then how to organize ideas, how to choose a stance, how to minimize language errors, how to write big essays, how to complete writing essays in the given time. Don't know where to get essays evaluated. So evaluation is one of the most common problem students face. They won't find anyone to evaluate. They will find some friends, but they won't find an proper expert who can evaluate each and every word of their essay. Okay, so how many of you guys are facing such problems in your analytical writing preparations? 9 says Garima, 1, 2 says Rohit, 3 to 9, Vatsal. Sai Karthik says me, Pooja says me, 1, 2, 4, 9, Chandana. Hemraj says me, sure me, Venkateshwaran. 3, 4, 9, Tejasvi. Sorry Shrikant, you can repeat the question. I didn't got your question. Soumya says 4 and 5, 8 says Deepak, 7 says Deepak, 4, 7, Sri Krishna. 1, 4, 8, 9 says Vasu. 5, 7 says Rahul. 3, 6, 8, 9 says Chaganti. Srinivas. 5 and says Sai Krishna. Weakest section for me, Sri Karthik. Shrikant, you can't understand the questions. That means you mean topics which are given in analytical writing section. Am I right? Shrikant, you should be aware of the topics. You should be aware of the current affairs. You should be updated in current affairs. That's the reason you are not able to understand certain topics. Please do update yourself in current affairs. That will help you. Yes, Tejasvi, analytical writing scores are very important for admissions. I have seen a lot of students have retaken their GRE because of getting low scores in analytical writing, even though they had a very good score in out of 340. Okay, so let me share the solutions also for these problems, which you can use to avoid such problems in your GRE. Get acquainted with all the pre-writing techniques. Just understand what all the techniques you can follow that will help you to do analytical writing better. Develop techniques to open and close passages. Okay, so this is very important when you to open a passage and to close a passage. How you are opening up a passage and how you are closing the passage. So you should understand. You should develop certain techniques which helps you, which you are comfortable, so that you can use them in your analytical writing section. Refer sample analytical writing essays. Read instructions carefully, write essays and get them evaluated. Improve according to feedback. Okay, so have an expert with you, have a proper guidance who can evaluate each and every essay which you write, and which by each and every word, who can also tell you where you are going wrong and how you can improve yourself. Srinivas, you should target at least 4 out of 6. That will be a decent score. How and where to get it evaluated? You should have an expert, Mandeep. Don't worry, even I will tell you how GREH can help you to avoid such problem, to get an expert. Pooja, you should practice a lot and you should know where you are going wrong and how to improve it. For that only, I'm telling you, you need an expert to help you out in this section, because you don't have predefined answers for each and every topic. Whatever you write, you should know whether you are doing without any grammatical mistakes, and whether you are using the right examples, whether you are giving the right statements or not. Also, I'll tell you how you can get an expert. Okay, so now we have we have come to an end discussing all the problems which students face in GRE preparations, and even a lot of you guys have understood what problem exactly you are facing in your preparations, I guess. So I'll now be sharing how GREH can help you to overcome all these things. But before that, we are actually GREH is ready to give you solutions. We are ready to help you out. But are you guys ready to take it? Yes, says Rohit. Yes, says Vasu. Yes, Shreyas. Yes, Shrikant. Sri Krishna. Yes. Vinod. Yes. Aishwarya. Yes, sure. Of course. Sai Karthik. Definitely. Alekya. Yes, Karan. Yes, Chandana. Definitely. Mandeep. Hemraj. Yes. So all of you guys are very serious about your GRE. It seems that's great to hear. I'm pretty glad to have such a webinar with you guys. So all of you guys just come close as much as you can to your keyboard. So just answer whatever question I ask you now. That'll help me to evaluate in which level you are currently in, how GREH can help you. Okay, shall I ask the question? Okay, what is the most important thing in your life right now? GRE, career, GRE score, Venkateshwaran, GRE, Sri Krishna. Shreya says my career 300 plus. Aishwarya, I'm a professional, so work first. Work is first, Aishwarya, but when it comes to your future, it should be the first, right? Getting into a good university, 320 plus in GRE. Going to my dream university, get post graduation abroad. Clearing college with good grads. Career, GRE scholarship, MS in US, going abroad to build up the career, to become an electronics core engineer. I have to manage time between work and GRE. You have to, Aishwarya. However, work will help you, but when it comes to future, GRE is very important. Try spending time for your GRE, because if you dedicate time now, that'll help you. That'll bring you a bright future for the next 40 years. To pursue my masters. It's my pleasure helping you, Aishwarya. So one more question I have for you guys. Let's see how serious about your GRE scores are. So I understood a lot of you guys are very serious about your GRE. So are you ready to eat, drink, sleep only GRE? Abhijit, you have to take it as soon as possible, Abhijit. If you are going for a good universities, try taking it in a month. Yes, Venkateshwaran says yes. Hemraj, Aishwarya, Vatsal, Nitin Sharma, Shreyas, Hemraj. It's my life's biggest turning point, Tejasvi. That's great to hear. Vinash, you're not sure. Rohit says yes. Abhishek says yes. Neeraj, yes. Rahul says yes. Sure, Pritham, you need to put your efforts. Definitely, it will. It depends. In a month you have. It depends upon the dedication level of dedication you give for your GRE. Yeah, Vasu, GRE will definitely help you. Don't worry. Okay. So I'll tell you about only GRE. So most of you guys are very serious about your GRE, are ready to eat, sleep, drink only GRE. So we have came up with a program called only GRE. It's not eatable. It's a program which we have designed after such a long time, long research by experts, because since we are able to give personal attention on each and every student, we are able to understand what exactly they require when they have their GRE a month in a month. So we brought all those things together into a program. That's what this only GRE. Okay, so I'll tell you what it is and what are all the things which are there in only GRE. So once you get into this only GRE program, you'll be assigned 2 personal trainers. These personal trainers will have an experience of handling more than 1,000 students. These 2 trainers, there'll be 2 trainers, one for verbal and one for quant. When you go to a doctor, first of all, what they will do? Ask for our problems. Diagnosis, says Sri Krishna. We share our problems. Checkup. Exactly right. So first of all, doctor will diagnose your problems. The same way, these trainers will give you a diagnostic test to understand where you stand right now and what are all the weaker areas you have in your preparations. Okay, and then there'll be a 14 days workshop where intensive workshop will be there, where you need to dedicate 8 hours a day. Okay, so each and everyone should dedicate 8 hours a day for your preparations, where there'll be an online workshop in the morning and in evening. There'll be 2 workshops in a day, each consists of 2 hours. So the trainers will demonstrate all the techniques, all advanced level topics in this workshop. Okay, they'll demonstrate it. They'll ask you to do certain activities on it. Demonstration in the sense, for example, if you take reading comprehension, they'll take a passage, they'll break it, and they'll tell you how you can break the passage, how you can answer it quickly, what techniques you can follow for this, and they'll also give you a passage after that. They'll ask you to do the same activities. They'll ask you to break and use the techniques. If you are finding any doubts there, you can raise immediately. The trainers will be there to clarify it. Okay, so they'll be clarifying immediately. So it will be interactive online workshops. After each 2 hours of workshop, there'll be a test in online for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so you'll be practicing those topics which were discussed in the workshop. When you do practice, most important thing, there'll be personal feedbacks given to you after the practice by monitoring each and every millisecond of your practice. The trainers will monitor each and every millisecond of your practice, and they'll give you a personalized feedback in each and every mistake which you give, which you take, and also they'll tell you how many minutes you are taking in each and every question, and they'll make sure you don't repeat the mistakes again. So the feedbacks will be in such a way that will help you to avoid such mistakes again. Okay, so there'll be doubt clarifications throughout the day. Whenever you have doubts, the trainers will be there to clarify all your doubts. You can raise your doubts, and they'll have their phone numbers with you. You can raise your doubts. They'll be helping you to clarify all your doubts. So you'll be able to gain a lot of confidence in very short period of time. And also once in 3 days, the trainers will call you and speak to you for 15-20 minutes about your positives and negatives in your preparations, where you're lagging behind, what you need to do to avoid all the problems and to overcome such problems which you are facing in your preparations. Thus, this will make sure you are motivated throughout your preparations, and will help you. These trainers will help you to reach a better score. Okay, so I'll even share you the structure of only GRE. This is the structure of only GRE. So online workshops will be there for 52 hours in this 14 days, 4 hours a day, and there'll be 106 hours of intense online practice in those 14 days. So totally you are going to dedicate 160 hours in your preparations. Okay. Shankar, you still you can go for fall admission, Shankar, but I'm not sure you'll be able to get into very good universities. Okay, this is how this is the structure of program. I'll now share you the schedule of the program, how the schedule will be. Okay. So from day one, you'll be having 2 workshops as I told you before. From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. there'll be a workshop. It's the schedule actually belongs to the last batch. I'm just sharing with you to let you know how the schedule will be for the next batch also. Okay, so on the first day you'll have orientation, conceptual analysis of arithmetic problems, and then you'll have intense practice on those topics for 2 hours after the completion of that workshop. And again in the evening for 2 hours you'll be having a topic called overview of reading comprehension, and then you'll be having a practice session. At the end you'll be having a word list, 3 word list at the end of the day, where each and every word, a lot of you guys asked where I can get words with pictures and sentences. These word lists will consist of some 30 words in a list, where each and every word will have a meaning related to a picture as well as a sentence. Okay, that helps you to know the usage, as well as it helps you to remember the words too. So these words are high frequency words which comes in GRE, so you don't need to concentrate on other words. These words are enough for your preparations. Okay, so then in the second day you'll have practical approach to algebraic expression and function, and you'll have intense practice on those topics. Again in the evening you'll have overview of text completion session, and you'll have a practice session for that. The same way 3 and 4 you'll have practical approach to linear equation, inequalities, and rules of exponents. And you'll have GREedge online algebra sessions 3 to 5, and there'll be a session called what makes some reading comprehension passage difficult from 4 to 6, and from 6 to 8 you'll have practice session for those topics discussed in that workshop. And effortless techniques for probability and permutation and combination, and you'll have GREedge online data analysis sessions 1 and 2. So again 4 to 6 you'll have different sentence structures used in text completion and sentence equivalence. So you'll have practice for after that session is over, and you'll have a word list in the evening. The same way you'll have intensive training in probability, distribution functions and statistics, and you'll have a practice session for that. Overview of reading comprehension question types, and you'll have a practice on that. A visual comprehension of basic geometry, triangle and polygon, GREedge online geometry session 1, 2, 3. So again 4 to 6 you'll have on day 6 in the evening you'll have different sentence structures used in text completion and sentence equivalence part 2. This means each and every topic will be covered in intensive way, so no topics will be missed. All the topics will be covered in these 14 days. So let me move to the 7th day. Revision of all the completed learning session. There will be a break in between. After a week time you'll have a break where you'll be revising everything, and then you'll practice additional practice questions for algebraic arithmetic and algebra. GREedge online text completion practice session 4 and sentence equivalence session 4, sorry. So there will be GREedge online reading comprehension practice. So throughout the day on that break you'll be having a lot of practice to do, because practice is the only thing which will help you to develop your skills required for GRE. Then on day 8 you'll have formula based techniques on circle, coordinate geometry, and then you'll have GREedge online geometry session 4 to 6. What makes reading comprehension questions difficult? Before we would have seen a topic called what makes reading comprehension passages difficult. Now you'll have a session called what makes reading comprehension questions difficult, and you will have a practice for that. On day 9 and 10 you'll have advanced concepts of shaded area and solid geometry, GREedge, and you'll have a practice for that, how to avoid distractors. A lot of you guys asked how to avoid distractors in choices in text completion and sentence equivalence. So here we provide a session where that will help you to know how to avoid distractors. So, and you'll practice. Not only you'll learn, whatever you learn, you'll end up in practicing it. Whatever you practice, the trainers will monitor it from office, where we have a technology called millisecond technology that makes us easy to understand what mistakes exactly you are doing. Through that, the trainers will give you a personal feedback on each and every mistake which you are doing. Not only the mistakes, they'll let you know about the mistakes, they'll let you know how to avoid such mistakes also. How to interpret data interpretations. Sorry, these workshops are not videos. It's better to attend it in live sessions. That makes it much more helpful for you. So the how to interpret data interpretations, and then you'll have a practice for that. A lot of you guys said just started their preparations for analytical writing, and how can I find an expert? Here we are. We provide the experts to you. They'll tell you how to write analytical writing issue essay first of all. Then there'll be issue writing tasks for you. Whatever you write, the trainers will evaluate it, each and every word of it, and they'll give you a proper feedback on it. Okay. In 11 and 12, on day 11 and 12, you'll be having how to relate profit and loss, mixture and speed to the everyday activities, and you'll have a practice for it. And strategy for long passages as the next topic you'll have, and you'll have a practice on that, on long passages. And the practice which you are going to take will be relevant to the topics which were discussed in the workshop. Okay guys, and on day 12 you'll be having an easy approach to age, Venn diagram and workman effort, and you'll be having a practice on it, how to write an analytical writing argument essay. So both will be covered in these workshops, and you'll be having argument writing tasks. So after completion of 30 words, there'll be a revision of words. So in the last couple of days, most important thing, not only we do concentrate on topics, we do concentrate on how to manage exams too. There'll be particularly sessions on how to manage time, strategies, do's and don'ts during exams, and important tips and techniques that should be followed in GRE. And there'll be a test, full length test, and again there'll be a strategy, there'll be a session on what are the strategies you can follow during preparations and during exam. And there'll be couple of full length adaptive tests which you will take each and every day in these last couple of days. So I'm completely finally I'm going to summarize whatever is there in only GRE. It's a 14 days of intensive workshop and practice, where you need to be there throughout the day for 14 days. You need to dedicate 8 to 10 hours for your GRE preparations, and it's online, interactive and expert led workshop. 56 hours of workshops on all aspects of GRE. It includes topics wise as well as exam point of view, feedbacks and analysis of each practice session, and the verbal, quant to analytical writing, exam management will be covered. 100 hours, 90 plus hours of intense online practice, focus and direction discussions with personal coach, GRE verbal practice tests, GRE quant practice tests. There'll be 3 full-length adaptive tests which are exactly like GRE exam. Questions by question solutions of full-length tests. Not only the test which you are going to take for full-length adaptive test, will be after you take a test, there'll be a discussion on what are all the questions you have attended and what are the solutions for it, and what mistakes you have done and how to avoid it. 2 workshops on analytical writing alone, feedback and analysis of full-length GRE style tests. All these things includes and not only the preparations. All these things we require certain things from you, 2 commitments from you. You need to be there throughout the day for your preparations. 14 days of hard work plus just 10,000 rupees. So everything comes at just 10,000, bright future ahead. Okay, so in turn we are ready to provide you a bright future and a very good GRE score. So how many of you guys like such an intensive program? Yeah, Vasu, we do provide materials too. We'll send you all the PDF formats. Shrikant, I'll tell you how to pay the fees. There'll be a poll question coming onto your screen. Just answer that. Guys, did you got the poll question? Would you like GREH to help you with your GRE preparations? You can answer of these options. Yes, I would like to join the 14-day online GRE program. Yes, but I'm not sure if I can commit 14 days for only GRE. Yes, but I would like to join a longer term program. Maybe later. No, I'll prepare on my own. Yes, Tejasvi, it's sufficient. You need to work 8 hours a day. That's very important. Abhijit, you can see those picture-based word lists once you log into GREedge.com. Suma, the fee structure is just 10,000 rupees. Only limited students will be there in a batch. Already a batch started. A guy who named called Samar, who enrolled for that program, who got just 280 before starting of that course. After completion of that course, he took a mock test, an adaptive test. He was able to boost 15 points. Sorry, Suma, there is no discounts on it. It's such an intensive program where 2 trainers will be there throughout the program for you. Whenever you need any help, they'll be there to help you out. Since it is a limited batch, only limited students are allowed into this batch. No discounts are available, Suma. Sorry to say this. You can find it, Tejasvi. Once you log into your account, there'll be a learning tracker, learning platform where you can find a picture-based word list. Don't worry, Shrikant. Mostly we don't want you to miss a class, Shrikant. In case if you miss a class, we do have backup plans too. We'll also send you recorded videos. If too many people are missing, we do provide a live session too. Sure, Shreyas, I'll definitely provide you the only GRE details. Srinivas, first of all, we need to check whether you can get into this program or not. There is an elimination criteria too in this program. I'll send you a link where you just answer the questions which are given. It's a qualifying questionnaire. If you qualify that, I'm sure there'll be a definite score boost because it depends upon the attitude and the dedication you put on in this program. Yes, Karan, there'll be program in later period. I'm sure I'll definitely let you know if such program happens later. So after this webinar, how many of you guys would like to speak to an expert from GREedge about this program? Sure, Vasu. I'll definitely ask the expert to call you. Current admissions is different. It should be related to GRE. At least you need to give your GRE 6 to 8 months before your admissions. so that at least 2 to 3 months you require for your preparations before your GRE current. Guys, you can ask all the doubts which you have now. I'll be here to help you out. Yes, Shreyas, I'll tell you the fee structure. Would you like to speak to an expert from GREedge who can brief you about the fee structure as well as the program details? Okay, Shreyas, no, don't worry. I'll ask the expert to call you. Shrikant, just note down my number. You can call me if you want. 988 44 23174. Yes, Tejasvi, if you write it in December, that will be the right time for you to get into the fall admissions. Yes, Karan, you have to give your GRE by not before October. You should be giving your GRE by October or November. It's my pleasure, Shreyas. Okay, definitely I'll ask the expert to call you. Shrikant, my name is Karthikeyan. Guys, do you have any other doubts? Sure, Shrikant. Definitely I'll ask the expert to call you. If it is possible, even I'll call you. Don't worry. Spring 2014, you need to give your GRE most probably by March or April itself, Nitin. Vinod, I'll just text you the number. You just have it. You'll get it in text box. Did you got it? That's fine, Shrikant. The course ends by December 8. So you'll have 3 days more to revise everything. Yes, Shrikant, you can manage. It's for students even who are writing GRE on December 9, just after a day. It's a course where you can completely revise everything. Sure, Karan. Just note it down. I'll just text you the number to 988 44 23174. Yes, Shrikant. As I told you before, there are certain criteria for this program. I'll ask the expert to call you whether you can get into this program or not. You should have done certain preparations before. This program, I'm sure there'll be a definite score boost. It's designed in such a way after getting lot of insights from 14,000 students. Nitin, you should apply for universities at least 6 to 8 months before if you are aiming for a very good university. Don't worry, Nidhi. You can even get a recorded version of it. We'll send you, Nidhi. Don't worry. You can just share your email ID. We'll send it. Or else you just email us at info@greedge.com. Sure, Shreyas. You can just mail it. Vilas, I got your call. I'll just call you back. So, guys, shall we close the webinar today? So, are you having any doubts, guys? Sure, Shrikant. Anytime. So it's really I had a very good experience, great experience with you all, guys. Thank you so much for your patience and all the best for your GRE. Do prepare very well for your GRE and hope you all end up getting a very good score. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.